up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Troy's Music in the building, and you already know what time it is. It's time for the Homo Talk Show right here on Verse TV. You already know what it is, how we intro and get it going. Wearing my little fashion over fit today. But you know what? I'm in the building with a couple other people, and I gotta let you know we're in the building on today. So without further ado, we got Differently Capable in the building. What's up, Differently Capable? What's up?
This is your boy, differently capable, coming from Buffalo, New York. My people, how are ya? I missed ya.
Thank you for coming back and always being there, right in place when we need you. We really appreciate you each and every time because you tell it like it is, just like we like it. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we also have special guest in the building who's also on our one-on-one interview all week long. Our social media number one auntie, Imani, hands up in the building. Talk to me, auntie.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Oh, yes. And the fans is here and there. Y'all know we're here for it all. We got our topics that we got to get to the homo scene, and then we'll get to our main topic. But you in the room, you're in the room. It's a thing recording this zone because I see the light. So it's time to get to it. So without further ado, we're going to have our show producer read our first topic of the day, and then we'll get what? Right into those answers. So without further ado, Aaron, you can take it away.
Oh, it's never on mute. Wonderful. So, the first topic of the day is called Hearts with Law, coming from time.com. So, sage, ally, friend of the show, storyteller, explained that in order to more fully actualize equality in the hearts of the general public, in the hearts of the general public must be changed. And not everyone will change their perspective on something simply because the law tells them to change it. So, yes, getting this Equality Act signed into law, making LGBT discrimination illegal, is a positive and very important step toward LGBT equality. Now, how might we also change the actual hearts of the general public? And Troy, you'll be the moderator for everything.
I got your back. So, first and foremost, when it comes to changing the hearts, I feel like the pandemic has caused us as a people in general, no matter what color you are, to be in a different state of mind that a lot of people have lost, been lost along the way. So I feel like we as people of love, being LGBTQ, can start showing love through our platforms, through the things we say, through our actions, because people will do what they're gonna do, but we need to lead by example and continue to show them that this law is important because we too are the same type of people of you. We're the same colors, we bleed the same blood that you bleed. So by physically being the change, not just saying it, but using your platforms and being the change that needs to happen instead of just watching it go by. That's how I feel. And so I'm gonna go over to different capable and ask you the same question. How might you also change the actual hearts of the general public?
Okay, first off, I would like to say that you can change someone's heart. Why? Let me be because when a person has a specific set of mind or understanding, they're gonna keep believing with that and dragging it until the end of life.
Mhm.
So it's not about changing their hearts, it's about educating the people so they can understand why we need this equality.
Mhm.
We need to stop the hate. So we need this Equality Act to pass because there's so many of our transgender sisters that are dying that are not getting the respect that they're supposed to be getting. They don't have the rights to go to the bathroom, which it's the minimal right that a person should be able to use the bathroom without having to worry if someone's going to harm them because of their difference. So it's about educating the people and helping them understand why this is needed.
All right now, definitely capable. Awesome. I like that. And you know what? I will say something slightly different based on my own experience. I will say that if you might not have changed a lot of hearts, but I will say you can probably change one. And the reason why I say that is from my own experience. I was dating someone and maybe my third relationship, whose mom was a devout Christian Puerto Rican against homosexuality. Like, I don't want it around me. You're my son. I'm gonna tolerate it because you're my son, but I'm not with it. By the time the relationship was over, which only lasted maybe 11 months, she was driving my car and she was cooking me dinner and inviting me to her house. And the relationship was over. So for me, I didn't know this woman, but because I showed love to her son and I showed love when I was around and was nothing but love, there was nothing you could say or do to show that if you love Jesus, you can see the love in me. So I was able to make that change. I didn't try to make that change. I just was myself. And that change happened. So it's hard to change hearts. You're absolutely right about that. But if
It is.
we have if we continue to just be the love that we are every day, normally, we can make changes of hearts just being that. It ain't easy, but we can definitely make that change. So I love that you brought that up. Auntie, talk to me. When it comes to this situation in regards to changing people's hearts, how can we do that? Or do you feel like we can't change hearts either? What do you think?
I think it's a blend of. I was listening to what you both were saying, and both are so rich in your sentiments. I tend to always kind of go down the middle a little bit because I pull from different perspectives. And for me, I think it's a little bit of a blend of the both of what you were saying. You cannot change people's hearts, but sometimes you can change their perspective, which to me is changing the filter that their heart is working through. If you can change the filter that the heart is behind, and often you do that by getting them to see themselves. People will change the way they feel about another person when they can identify with them. The problem that we have with the more microscopic some of these disenfranchised communities are becoming, there's less of a chance on its face for somebody that has the power to make change for this small group to not do it because they don't identify with them. What is the thing that identifies that group with the other? In a perfect world, said person may have a transgender child or a transgender loved one or a best friend, and then they have empathy. So in changing someone's lens, it'll change their empathy, which ultimately changes their heart.
Right? Come on, Jimmy Cameron. We get our whole life over here. Right. I love it. All right, Aaron. Question topic number 2, of today for Homosty. We're ready. We're giving it to him straight cut, no chaser today. So yeah, because
I'm not taking down that worm.
You ain't gonna do it? Go ahead. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Go ahead and do it.
All right. So this comes from a song that I have loved for years. It's called Spinning by Christopher Cross, 1979. So, at what point in dating is it too soon to already have to fix things to make the relationship work? Would you say weeks into dating, months into dating, years, days? And why? Also, at what point into dating is it worth taking a, quote, long time to find your partner out? Now, I got that quote from the actual song, Spinning. A long time. Weeks, months, years, days, and why? And what conditions must be present on both sides of the couple? And
well, all right. So that's to take in.
That's a mean question. That's on the SATs. I gotta get my book out.
Question number 1.
Right. There's 3 questions here, pretty much ABC. I will go around ABC. I'll just ask you ABC. So we ain't got to, cut in between your thoughts and times. We'll get it all out at one time. So I'll start with myself. At what point is dating too soon to already have to fix things to make the relationship work? I feel like ultimately it always depends on the 2 people in the situation. Ain't nobody gonna tell these 2 different people from 2 different walks of life coming together to make one life how it's supposed to be. It could be 2 weeks, could be 2 months, could be 2 years. No one can tell you that, because if you want to get married in 6 months because you're in love with the cocoa, then you in love, and that's nobody can tell you how to, come on, to cut it out. Nobody can tell you how to do it. So I strongly believe that there's no rule book that says love has to be this way. Relationship after 6 weeks you do this, and there's no rule book for love. So There's no set chance. If you are willing to say, I find something interesting about you, and you find something interesting about me, we're on the same page. Hey, we're different people though, so you might need to fix more shit than I gotta fix. So let me help you fix this on the way up because we're going. But it doesn't say it has to be this time, that time. I just need you to be mature enough to handle what's going on. If this is your shit and it's a lot, tell me what it is. So if I want to deal with it, I will. If not, I won't. Just let me know. Don't just. That's the one thing we don't realize. Be respectful. It's my time and my energy. Give me the benefit of the doubt to be able to deal with it or not. Don't come out of the bag on me because I'm a dude. If you come out of the bag on me, baby, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna walk out the door, and I don't care how many months, weeks, or time it's been. Be yourself. Be you. Be authentically yourself because that's the person I'm falling in love with. If I fall in love with this person and you turn out to be this person, guess what? Once this person leaves and the next person comes, my shit is over.
Right.
I'm out. So second question, at what point into dating is worth taking a long, long time to find your partner out? Weeks, months? First of all, you should be finding them out on the first day. You should be paying attention, see what kind of candy bars they like, what's their favorite color, what's their birthday, what's their mama birthday, if you're really into it. You know, like there's certain things you should be paying attention to from the jump because it's those small things that matter most. Because baby, if you can't handle what my birthday is and I'm told you 3 times, and I shouldn't have to tell you 3 times. By the second time, you should got it already, but I didn't know somewhere else. I ain't gonna lie, I won't do that. I find you important. I want to make sure I remember. I will write your birthday down. I'm gonna make sure I get your mama birthday too, just in case. I feel like with marriage material, I have to move fast. So I just feel like there's no time and setting on that, but you should be figuring them out from the jump. And what conditions must be met on both sides? First and foremost, just know yourself. Because RuPaul said the best. You can't know yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? So if you got too much luggage and you trying to act like it's Casper and invisible, and you trying to roll up over here with that invisible luggage or sweeping shit under the rug, and I go to your house and the rug is just pulling out shit, then it's a problem. Because again, you probably didn't tell me about those issues before, and I didn't bring the right equipment to clean it, so I ain't got time. So just be mature about it. Communicate, be honest, be genuine, be true. We all got issues, we all got shit, but be honest about it so that I can know if I might not be strong enough to deal with your shit. I might not. Some of us ain't equipped for everybody's shit. I might not be equipped enough. I might not got the right utensils, and I might spend the money to go get them. So if I'm not ready, I'm not ready, and that's fine. But tell me so I don't walk into something. And so I think that was my A, B, and C. I'm gonna go to Auntie on this one in the middle. Just bam. Question part 2, topic number 2, part A. Question again was, at what point is dating too soon to already have to fix things to make the relationship work? Months, days, weeks, years, why?
I think that you're always going to be fixing something. Always. Like from the very first date. And what does fix mean? So we're always learning. You're never at a state in your life where you're done. And I think that's why a lot of relationships fall apart. People forget that you're ever evolving. So the main thing and this might answer part of one of the other questions, but I'll just put it here too. Be okay with putting all your cards out on the table and feeling confident that they have put all their cards out on the table. Things are going to change over time, but one of the things I can say, like when I met my husband, we sat and had a full conversation, put all of it out there. Don't take another person's choices away. Don't do that.
See, I was on the same page with that. Don't take it away. So when is it when dating at what point, into dating is it worth taking a long, long time to find your partner out? Days, years, and you should, like I said, be already on it from the very first day. Like you said, you put it all out there. You believe that's the way to do it, or what do you think about that?
After some of this is just life. After you, I think, and this is no disrespect to anyone's age at all, this is the best way I can answer it. When you're in your 20s and even a good part of your 30s, everyone is still trying to save face. They are. Not everybody, but most people are still not okay with their dark side. A lot of people are trying to run away from their flaws. Once you hit about 40, you start getting up there, you think when you're younger that you don't care. You really don't care. You really are not. If you pass gas in front of somebody, so what? What, you gonna sue me now? What do we do next? And when you get to that level of not being rude, but when you get to the level to where you are fully aware that I have the same bodily functions that you, I have to get up and brush my teeth the same way that you do, you start to take off that insecure layer that keeps us from really getting to know one another. So that is something that just happens over time. Some people get it a little bit earlier. Some people are lucky to find that part out way earlier. And I wish I was one of those people, but most people are not like that. So it's just one of those things, you just got to age like fine wine. See what it's all about.
Yes. Come on now, age like fine wine. Okay now. Awesome.
Yes, that's a good winery.
And the last thing was this: what conditions must be present on both sides? You feel like there are certain things that need to be set on both sides of the argument, pretty much.
Transparency and honesty. If you have those two things, if you have transparency and honesty, which leads to safety in conversations, you can talk about anything in the world
And respect.
and you'll feel safe. That's the biggest thing. A lot of relationships end because there are conversational restrictions. Well, if you say this, I'm leaving. Well, if you do that, well, I ain't about that. You knew that because if you create a relationship of landmines, the relationship gonna blow up.
Right. Awesome. All right now. So differently capable. You ready? Talk to me. So
To be honest, I really don't have to say much. Sorry, I really don't have to say much because she put it all out there. It's supposed
Give
to
us
be.
one. Give us one.
What? She hammered that girl. The hammer when I need it. Bring out the fan.
Listen,
Yes.
fan of wisdom.
She said it. She said it. She said it just like it's supposed to be said. So I'm not gonna say nothing else. I want everybody to pay attention to what she said.
Yo, write it down, take a picture. This is real life, and this is why we do what we do. This is why it's so important to be tuning into Verse TV. This is what we do, y'all. Like, we want to talk about things that's real life. And
Let me say something to my baby though, and I mean this with my whole heart. Even though you say that, and I'm so touched that you're respecting me that way, I'm still a student. If you feel, even when we're doing this conversation, if you feel you have something else that maybe I don't know, tell me. Like I'm never too old to learn. You know what I'm saying? So
and I completely respect that, and I'm that type. I'm the type.
Okay. I just want you to know that.
I will say it, but at this moment, to be honest, there's nothing for me to add to that because you have expressed how it should be. So in my way, you say my words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
Why should I repeat it? Why should I repeat it when you?
You might start singing it, or so you have a whole melody with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
start rapping. You might start spitting some bars. I don't know.
Okay.
Out here, awesome. Well, you know what? This is going so great. I love it. So, Aaron, we have one more topic for the homos tea. Get to this topic and let's talk about it because it's about to get real. We out here. We real and uncut out in these streets tonight. And don't forget to unmute yourself. I can see with my glasses with no.
Well, I was going to turn off the live, but I'll go ahead and keep the live going. So this is called The Homo's No Substitute. Now, and it's coming from nytimes.com. So the world population is actually decreasing, with most countries' populations decreasing faster than the rate of growth. Now, many from our generation are not having as many children as our parents due to finances and prosperous opportunities in general. Now, some countries are even offering incentives to encourage young people to have more kids. Some say that the declining populations may lead to less strain on our planet's ecosystem and possibly even increased wages spread out among the smaller workforce. Some don't believe that. Now, a number of years ago, Aaron Max Barber, hetero ally, told him that being homosexual is fine. He's my first barber who was cool with that, but he needs to recreate another him. Now that gave Aaron Mack baby fever, TBT, truth be told. Now, the questions. How might increased birth rate look with you, i.e., increasing your amount of offspring? And must you first have a spouse? Would you adopt? What about income requirements for your household? Would you prefer city life, country life, suburb life? And why for everything? Troy, again.
Oh well, first of all, I'm very fertile.